Okay.
Hi guys, how is everyone this evening? Okay, so I'm just gonna get right into it. I really hate doing these stories about who's going to get fired. I've been doing them for a while now, and the reason that I hate doing it is because every time I say so and so is going to get fired, I get in the comment section, "Oh, you don't know. How do you know what you're talking about?" I remember last time I said Nene's going to get fired. I said it months before it happened, and everyone started going off. Nene's not going to get fired. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a Nene hater. I got called a Nene hater. Evidence of that, if you go to my videos, type in Nene leaks, look under the videos where it says she's going to get fired, because there's about 5 of them. Look in the comment section. Everyone always gave me backlash. Well, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't want anyone getting fired. But if I hear someone's going to get fired, then I have to report it. And so that's what this video is today. I don't like reporting these. It is what it is. So the rumor is Monique's going to get fired. But before I can give you the Monique story, let's go over the Nene story again. Okay, so we all know that we knew Nene was going to get fired months before she was going to get fired. It all started when Andy Cohen, for no earthly good reason, just turned on her. He was on an episode of Watch What Happens Live, and then he said, "Hey, did you know Nene wore the same dress twice in a week?" And then she got upset, and then from there, they start battling each other through the media. Wendy Williams accidentally let it slip that Nene was going to quit, and then she got Lisa Bloom, and everyone was like, and I was like, "Don't you guys see what's going on? This is a power struggle here going on," and no one believed me. Shut up! You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so, but every time you're about to get fired, Andy Cohen turns on you. It is what it is. Okay, he does. There are signs when you're going to get fired, just like in a real job. If you're going to get fired and you go to work and no one's talking to you, no one's talking to you that day, or people are whispering, and then when you walk up, they stop. These are signs you're going to get fired. Now, before I get into Monique about to get fired, let me go over Nene. So Andy did her really wrong, and it lasted, this firing, a long time. They battled it out. Well, today, Nene is still pissed. She said that she was mistreated. Bravo did her wrong because she's Black, and she's saying that he's racist and that everyone should boycott Bravo. The problem I have with Nene, and this is just a proven fact, I am not against my own race. I'm not, but I'm a realist. Nene never mentioned Andy being racist for years when she was on his good side. But the way that he did her when he fired her, now she wants to call him racist. I just don't think it's going to fly. But she's upset, and they did do her wrong. I mean, he could have just came in earlier, and, he dragged it out like they were going to have negotiations. And, like I said, Bravo never comes out and fires anyone. They give you the shittiest contract you ever seen in your life. And if you have any respect for yourself, you will most likely turn it down. So today she's asking everyone to boycott Bravo. Perry, do you think Andy Cohen is racist?
I'm not sure if he's like, I guess everybody can have borderline racism in it, but I think Andy used you up until he no longer needs you. That's what I think the main reason for her firing.
He does everybody that way. He's nice to you until he doesn't need you anymore. Is he a good businessman, or is he cold-hearted?
I guess got to be cold-hearted. When you do that, because you
don't have to fire people like that,
right? To cut them off, but that's business 101.
But remember, he just never came straight out and said, "Nene, we won't have. We're looking to cut the budget here, and we're not going to bring you back." He never did that. He played games to the very end. He'll say, "Oh, you see the dress that Nene wore?" Or he'll say, they go back and forth in the media. We've seen this before. He just didn't do Nene like that. He did everyone he was about to fire like that. Now, who's he doing like that today, Perry? You've got an exclusive. What's going on?
I'm saying, the writing's on the wall. He's definitely doing Monique this way. I mean, from the airing last night, how cold he was to her.
So the audience felt that something was going on with Andy. They said he was gaslighting her. But now that you know what you know, do you see the pattern?
Yeah, I mean, I think the pattern is this, that if you know you're going to do something and this is the reunion, so this is probably the last time you'll see that person, you go ahead and start to sort of inform the public, I'm not really feeling her. So when it happened, it's not like a shock.
Is that why he does this? It doesn't make sense to me.
It's a setup.
If you're going to fire somebody, just fire them. But he wants to drag you through the dirt before he fires you. And he does everybody that way.
Well, he does it because he needs you during the season. Yeah. It's just like when you go to regular work, you know, they need you while you're working. But then right before they start thinking about letting you go, they'll start nitpicking.
Oh, well, everybody's seen it. This episode on the reunion, he was going after Monique, wasn't he? For like no good reason. And the audience was like, what is going on here? Well, why is he gaslighting the situation? And
then one thing, how he went at her is one thing when you see it as just, he asked all of them questions. It's how he asked her the questions. It was almost like it was a personal thing against her.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he would just keep going on and on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, so I think it's there. The writing's on the wall, and with the stuff I got today,
let's.
I hate to tell you, like it's just basically they got a Bravo exec is reaching out to DMV women to come on the show.
What does that mean to you? They're going to bring somebody new on, right?
Yeah. Does it necessarily mean is Monique? No, but look at from last night to now. Mm-hmm. If they got somebody looking for other women to come on the show in the DMV area, that means somebody's leaving. And pretty much the only person got the bad treatment from Andy was Monique.
Yeah, yeah. Let me ask you this. Do you think your source is reliable?
I think so. I mean, it's really reliable. I mean, I can tell you his name.
The name of what?
The Bravo exec.
No, we're not going to name any producers here, okay?
Well,
we're not trying to.
Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you there, but I think maybe not his whole name. Can I just give you his last name? We got to have something because people aren't going to think, well, oh, that's just a rumor. When you start getting names, everything else, something where smoke is fire.
You want to name the executive? Oh, no.
Just his last name. I'm just going to keep, I mean,
all right, go ahead.
His last name is French. I'm not going to say his whole name. Last name is French. But he's in the area looking for women to come on the show in the DMV area. Now, could it be Robin he fired?
No.
Yeah. I mean, he treated Robin nice last night.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes down to Monique, and it could basically come down to, I don't think it's a payroll issue, is that he think, well, I got enough drama and the other girls really don't want to be with her. I can let her go and continue the show. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, listen, I definitely seen what you're talking about. I'm going to call it the Andy switch. He praises you, he loves you, and then all of a sudden he publicly switches on you. Mm-hmm. That definitely happened to Monique last night. If they are out actively looking for replacements, there's a group over here. There's Candace, Giselle. He's never going to get rid of Giselle because she's the Lisa Rinna of the show. Robin, and then the other girls flip-flop from both sides. I know they didn't bring her on to the, what do you call that? The cast trip this season. It could be very well what you're saying. And I agree with you.
Remember,
and then the problems with the people demanding her firing.
I mean, go back. Remember, Nene started showing up to trips less and less.
Yeah. Now, oh my God.
Think about this.
You are so right. There was episodes where she would go to watch, and then all of a sudden she wasn't on.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, when you look at the whole thing, it's just this, right? And people can say, well, it was Monique's choice not to go on these girls' trips or whatever. Could be. But it was enough room for him to see, oh, well, we had an interesting episode without her being there. That's all it really takes for you to find out if you need somebody or not. So the girls kept the drama really good outside of Monique. Remember, basically the girls wouldn't let Monique in the group. So they had to go to their functions, and Andy can sit back and say, hey, you know what? It's still working pretty good this way. and I don't really need her. Let me bring in somebody else, because he still got to, please the ones that's on the cast now until he no longer need them.
I'm telling you guys, listen, I'm trying to tell you guys, I don't want to hear you're a Monique hater. I am not a Monique hater, but I am a realist. And just like I told you guys, Nene's going to get fired. And it took a couple months before they fired her because she says she was demoted. No. Bravo never comes straight out and fires anyone. They give you the shittiest contract you ever seen in your life with the expectation that you're going to turn it down. Now, you might not turn it down like Vicky Gunvalson, but then they still treat you disrespectfully until the writing's on the wall.
Right. And think about it this way too, right? Like right now with the Monique situation not being around the rest of the group, how long is Andy going to keep paying her the same amount of money when she's not around as much? It's just not going to happen. Same thing happened to Nene. The writing's on the wall. It will happen. It will happen. And then people will say, well, no, she didn't get fired. She quit. Yeah, I mean, we can have that argument later. We're almost to this point. She will not return.
Let me say you this. So for the people who say Nene didn't get fired or they're not firing Monique, they never come out and fire anybody. They will lessen your pay. They will lessen your time on the show. They start playing head games. This is what they do. And when they do let you go, they let you say whatever they want, whatever you want. They let you. It was Tamara who came out and said, no, I was fired. They reduced me, I think, down to 3 episodes. They never come out and fire anyone, but that's what they're doing. They're getting you off the payroll.
Yep. I mean, just like anybody else's job. When you go from full-time to part-time, you are not making the same thing. Now, it's your choice whether you're going to stay or not.
Yeah.
But
I think they offered Nene 3 full-time episodes. That's being fired. 3? She used to pull in, I think, $2 million a year. And I think it was like 20,000 for those 3 episodes. Bravo plays head games. Now, and since they don't come out and fire you straight out, which I don't understand, Nene is right about them mistreating her. Why don't they just come out and fire people? What head games?
Well, I mean, I think because just to save their reputation. If you come out and say, well, I'm known for firing people, then you get that rep. Well, this person sort of quit. No, we tried to work with them. We offered them this, and it basically puts the blame on somebody else.
Yeah.
Like now, Nene could have worked. She just didn't want to take the paycheck. So that's why it happens like that.
Okay. But do you think that Nene's going to get everyone to boycott Bravo?
I don't know, because that's a big thing to do. I mean, I doubt it like that. But I just think like it's a lot of common factors here. When Andy Cohen go from a I love you so much attitude to I'm not feeling you attitude, it's a problem. Because he needs to be one of the main things, and then she started getting the cold treatment. I think the same thing has happened to Monique right now. Last night, his performance is saying, hey, we got one more show with her. Let me keep displaying why I had to let her go. So now he's doing it, trying to put her on the spot and saying, well, I had to let her go for these reasons. She wasn't being honest. She wasn't being this. No, she got tired of your sorry ass storyline. And after a while, if I had remorse, it's gone at the end of the season once I had to talk about it over and over and over and over again.
I mean, the writing's on the wall. If you've been doing this for a while and you study Andy Cohen's behavior pattern, we've seen this so many times, it's not even funny. And it didn't make any sense until you got the tip. First, I was like, and the audience noticed it. Everyone was angry this morning with Andy, saying he was gaslighting the situation. Why was he treating Monique like that? And you weren't even a Monique fan. Now, when the tip comes in from you saying, guess what? They're looking for new replacements. The writing's on the wall.
Right. And this morning I was thinking, well, maybe Andy just being an ass, right? But and I was still hoping that Monique come back. I truly do like Monique.
I love Monique.
And but when I got this tip, I guess reality started to sink in. stop being in denial. The writing's on the wall, and we fresh off seeing it happen to Nene. So we're not that far from it.
Nene, Ricky, Tamra, and when he starts giving you the cold shoulder, which is rude to me, I would rather be fired than you to embarrass me and humiliate me like this. But that's just how they do. No.
Yeah.
Or does he think he's not humiliating you? He started in on Nene. I remember it like it was yesterday. He said, "Oh, did anyone notice that Nene keeps wearing the same red dress?" She got mad because, like, who does that? He just starts poking at you.
I mean, really, just like any other supervisor or manager we all had in our lifetime. They feel like they got the power. They can turn on you and do these things to you. I mean, and that's what he's doing, just poking at her right now. So, because he know people gonna say, "Hey, Andy, why you let go of so and so?" He's putting out the blueprint right now. Oh, she was really angry at the reunion. Oh, she wasn't acceptable of the, being a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So he's setting the blueprint to let her go. And that's why they got that Zach roaming around right now making house calls. So if you're in the DMV area, you're getting a call.
Really, Perry?
I'm just keeping it real. I mean, at this point, because we're not going to let her go. We need to figure all this out before we offer a contract. Because if they don't find nobody, maybe they get to give some small contract, which she probably wouldn't take anyway. But he's weighing out his options right now. So how you weigh out your options, sometime before you leave a relationship, you're going to see if you can find somebody else first.
That's a terrible news. I'm like you. The writing's on the wall. We got to accept it. It is what it is. And it looks like, Monique, you're out. That's too bad. That is too bad. I mean, after all she had to deal with too. But same thing for Nene. Nene, every time somebody came in, they went for Nene. And so it's just, I guess you got to look at it this way. We both used each other. You made me a millionaire. I'm talking about Nene, not because Monique was already a millionaire, but she got a name for herself. She could do something else. All right. So I'm going to keep reporting on this. And I know you guys are going to say, how do we know? Just follow the story. I guarantee you Monique is out. Okay. Now let's talk really quickly about, I didn't turn my phone off, about Amelia Hamlin. Okay, she's 19 years old. She's dating Scott Disick, who's 37. And she put this picture on her Instagram and everybody freaked out. They're saying that he's trying to turn her into a Kardashian. That he has a type. And he did Sophia, and now he's doing Amelia. I can't say this is Scott's doing or her doing, but with his track record with women, Perry, would you let your daughter, 19, date a 37-year-old man with 4 children?
No.
Or with 3, whatever it is. What is wrong with Lisa Rinna?
She's money hungry. I mean, she'll let her daughter date anybody that she feels that's out there in social media that's sort of famous. And whether you got the total wealth or not, but you got to have a name for her.
I think this is dangerous. She already struggles with the eating disorder. She's a people pleaser. Scott will chew you up and spit you out. This relationship needs to stop, even if the mom keeps encouraging it, but it's not going to stop. She's going to be in the news a lot. This is just not good. I mean, she's already a people pleaser. It's just not good. And people called her out on it. And they're saying that Scott is trying to turn her into a Kardashian. He has a type. He did the same thing for Sophia. She went from blonde to brunette. And, it's just a mess. Let's take a couple comments out the chat and see what people think about this whole Monique thing and Nene thing. Will Nene's boycott be successful? And then if you have any comments on Scott Disick dating a 19-year-old. I wouldn't, but she wants to use her daughter as a pawn. Exactly, Tamra. To be a Kris Jenner wannabe. That's basically what you said, right, Perry?
Yeah.
This show is boring without Monique. Listen, Monique was my favorite. Not only was she my favorite, Monique is the only true, real housewife on that show, except for Wendy. I'm not feeling Wendy, but she's rich. Wendy's in student debt loan, 1.5 million. It just is what it is. It's sad. Do you think, Perry, that Andy Cohen is a brilliant businessman, or do you think he's could act better?
Well, no, he could act better, but I think sometimes, like, when you run those kind of businesses, I mean, if we got to admit, he had been successful for a long time with these, so he's doing something right.
Like, he didn't have to treat Nene like that. He doesn't have to treat Monique like this. Just fire them where they have their pride and their dignity. But to string them along for months and play these games in the media, it doesn't make sense to me. Let's see what Deborah says. She said, Andy is downright trifling. If they keep Giselle, Robin, and Candace, the Three Stooges, I'm through with the entire, she meant Real Housewives franchise. There are new streaming services. I'll divert my time to buy Bravo. Listen, Deborah, a lot of people said the same thing if they don't bring Nene back, I'm not watching. They're going to do what they're going to do.
Right, that's what they're going to do. Because right now, like I would say this, I like Monique a lot, but the show will go on without her. And I would definitely go back and watch again because I still want Giselle to fall. So I'm just telling you.
But you got to admit that it's kind of messed up. No,
it is. But what I'm saying is, in everyday life, things could be better. With your boss, manager, he could have just told you, hey, can you please do this or whatever. They feel like sometimes they just come out and say it the way they want to say it. They could do better too. Andy could do better, but he's not doing better just because he feel like he got an ego. He's entitled to treat people that way. I don't know what it is, but yeah, he could treat people better, but it's still a business. So at the end of the day,
this is crazy. Every time they let someone go, people get upset, like Mariah. It goes on and on and on. Do you think that they're not? Nene didn't bring the racist lawsuit, did she? I don't think so. She just said it and threatened with it. Yeah. Why don't Nene move on? Why is she still harping on this? She's still mad?
I think too, it's like, it's still bitterness there. And then when you see it sort of happening again, then maybe just bring back these feelings. But, All
right, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. This is I don't know how to describe it. This is
it's a sad day. Sad. My girl won't return next year.
Yeah. This is sad because Monique put up with a lot this season. Actually got ganged up on. In my opinion, we should have brought Gabor on. He will think of it different. But I still blame Andy. You don't have to do people like that. But, I'm not the head of a studio and a franchise and stuff like that. So, all right, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. If you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. Thank you for joining the chat. Thank my mod squad for joining in at the last minute. Everyone, just let me know what you think about this. And what did you think about the way he treated her last night? Does it remind you of the same things that he did to Nene? All right, Perry, on 3, let's say we're out. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys. Bye.